They paid 70 for Nunes, then they paid 40 for Gakpo, then they paid another 30 or 40 for Luis Diaz. Right, so these three players,
is a good buy.
Yeah, so these three players, you feel like they still really can't really feel the void Mane left.
All right, boys. Now the last one, and before we conclude this particular episode, the ownership group, the FSG and Jurgen Klopp. So I just want to ask, this particular season, right, is there any one of the two, right, that actually should take more blame for the current state?
Can't really blame Klopp for the injuries and all that.
You can't lah.
Yeah,
you can't lah. But
I did like watch some YouTube videos, right, on like the Liverpool fans, and people actually ask them whether, for their opinion, whether they want Klopp in or Klopp out, you know.
Yeah.
So a majority still say Klopp is in lah for sure, because how can you get rid of a manager like that, right? After all that he's done for you. Yeah. But maybe he's starting to show that maybe he needs a break. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Like after 7 seasons, you mean?
Yeah, because apparently he signed a 5-year contract with Liverpool, right? Then after that, it was his dream to go and like manage like in Germany or manage the national team. So, but then he actually extended it, so
he extended the contract when Liverpool was really in top form, winning the Premier League.
Champions League. Winning. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So it's always the case about like when you sign
on the high, right? Yeah, you sign on the high. Yeah.
There you are. Drop. Yeah. To me, I would think. I was quite surprised that Klopp, at the beginning of the January transfer window, he already mentioned we are not going to sign any more players. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Are you so sure? Like, wow. So is it because that the board gave him the instruction that that's it? Then
but that was after he signed Gakpo, right?
Yeah, like
it was after he signed Gakpo.
So actually, to be honest, 40 million in the January window is, from an owner's point of view, is more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some clubs don't even have like the owners don't even let you spend in January.
Yeah, and somehow you are in the middle table thingy. You don't guarantee Champions League and more TV rights catch up next season.
Yeah. So then my question is, should they have better utilized the 40 million then, or at least
I felt that the priority should have prioritized their needs first.
Yeah. So. Would it have been better? Would they have needed to throw more than 40 million? Say Gakpo and one more.
They can get 2 Jorginho, bro. They just need to settle there.
Gordon,
Yeah,
no, bro. Everton will never sell to Liverpool, man. That's a crime. They will never ever do that.
You can sign McTominay, bro. I will sell you for 40 million. No problem.
Liverpool will also never buy from United, and United will never sell to Liverpool. So all the transfers that you're hypothetically speaking of, right, are never going to happen.
Yeah, other than buying, you can just loan players, right?
If you're looking at what we talked about the previous transfer round, right, there's a lot of midfielders available.
A lot.
So like what? Pedro Porro went to Spurs, Sabitzer on loan to United, Enzo Fernandez going to Chelsea, Jorginho going to Arsenal, Caicedo, big one. I felt that if let's say they knew that they kind of had a feeling that the Arsenal deal wasn't going to happen, right? They should have just interjected. I think that was something that they probably also needed, especially with the state of the defense. Like,
but Brighton was selfish, lah. They greedy, They want more money. So I don't think Liverpool had the means to pay what Arsenal was already offering.
But I mean, like, you also never know. They could have just tried what. Because at the end of the day, right?
I'm not too sure whether they got tried or not.
Bro, you must remember, right? Like the Gakpo deal, United was what? How many million?
For Gakpo? No, I wasn't sure about price, but
I know it was definitely more
at
than
the start
40.
of the season they were discussing 30-something for him.
I think it was more than that though.
Yeah, as in before the start of the season.
Yeah. I think it was more than.
It's the menu tax,
The menu tax, I think, if I'm not wrong, Gakpo was quite high on the list.
Yeah.
It wasn't at 40 million. It was higher than that when United were trying to acquire him from PSV. So the fact that they can just cut down and interject, is saying one thing also. So if let's say Liverpool could have done that to United, right, they could have done that for Caicedo, I think.
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
negotiation.
I don't think so, because at that point January they haven't started losing yet, right? But in terms of the league position, it was quite bad.
They were bad. So
but you have to understand all this while, right? Klopp is so obvious that he only wants Bellingham. So to him, it's like there's no point to go and buy 60 million for Caicedo. Then you will never get your Jude Bellingham, you know.
But you got a budget for next year, what?
So the Gakpo is what?
No, that's what he's trying to do. They're trying to save money for next year. Because they already spent 100 million they already spent 70 million on Nunes. So if you spend more now, there's no way the FSG group will give you money for next year, you know.
But so this Gakpo guy is what?
I do agree about it.
Is what Klopp's one or what the board?
This one I don't know. this one I don't know.
Actually,
or they just want to hijack Man U. I also don't know.
that one I don't really know because it points out into different situations. So first is after the World Cup. So he did have a good World Cup.
Yep.
So he did have a good World Cup, right?
Proven he can play in the World Cup.
Proven that he can play on the international stage. So that's one thing. The second thing is that they hijacked the Man United deal. So it could have been like, oh, I saw him play well during the World Cup, right? I want him. Because you must you remember like when Klopp said that he saw Nunes play against Liverpool for Benfica, right? Immediately he said that I wanted him. So it could have been a situation where that could have been a similar scenario in a sense where they saw, either the ownership saw or Klopp saw Gakpo play well during the World Cup, right? Then they say, okay, I'm probably going to get him before Man United gets him.
Why he never say I want Amrabat? Hey, he's solid, you know. I think he'll be a good player for Liverpool.
Yeah, dude. I mean, let's just agree that they could have spent that 120 million in other parts of the team.
No. As in, you don't take Nunes up because we won't know how Liverpool have been when at that point he buy him. But now that they bought Gakpo, could have reinvested. When they already knew they had to clear a midfielder.
But you can't say Nunes is a bad buy, cause it's just say that the midfield keep on getting injury. Then you do not get a much better understanding with the rest of the midfield.
I mean, I get that and I get all of that, right? But to me as a striker, I 70 plus million, right? With data conversion rate, is not what I look.
Don't talk so much. Our Anthony 100 million.
I know. That's what I wanted to bring up. I'm saying that to me, right? I am critical of Anthony also.
Yeah,
I find it quite irritating. So it's like, I don't know whether I'm already immune to the fact already, right? But 70 million for a striker with a data conversion rate is like a very return. Anthony, 3 goals, right? Not a lot of assists, I think 1 only, or 2, right? Is the type of return that you don't expect to get from 100 plus million.
Yeah.
So definitely do.
So it's those type of things where.
But Nunes got 10 goals and 3 assists, in all competition.
In all competitions, but the thing is that he could have got a lot more because some of his misses were just atrocious.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's those type of situations where I look at it in a say, okay, 10 goals, okay, acceptable. But the amount of chances he had, and the amount of conversion of those chances, right, where it's clear cut, he should have scored, is not high.
For sure.
So to me, I look at it more like he's just not converting. The chances are there. He's just not converting. His goal tally should be higher than 10. That's what it is to me, and that's how I look at it.
He's only 5 in the league.
Yeah.
And how many games already?
20.
Precisely.
But then Salah is only on 7.
Yeah, but the thing is that Salah's a winger. Nunes is a striker.
Right, but Salah has been doing it season after season.
So it's those type of situations where that's just how it looks, So I don't know, man. I honestly feel that in this situation, it's neither ownership or Klopp already.
Neither.
Neither of them fully. I can neither fully lay the blame on one.
So they're in the grey area where you don't know whether it's the team or owner.
Correct. I can't really blame it because no matter what, right? I look at it this way: if you're in 10th, right, when you should be top 3 or top 4, right, there is some sort of managerial blame that you have to give. Regardless of circumstances, regardless of injury, right? If you're expected to be in the top 4, or at least, and definitely top 2, right? And you're currently where you are now, right? Which is mid-table, right? You can't say the blame goes solely to the ownership. It has to go to Jurgen Klopp also. To me, that's what I view. But then again, for ownership side, the money could have been spent better. That's what I view. So I don't know how much of an influence Jurgen Klopp has over the money spent and which players to get. But I do think that the money could have been spent better. Because to be honest, right, in the past years, Liverpool have been the club known to get good deals at decent prices on decent players. So how come suddenly it shifted over?
Yeah, to be honest, right, the past few transfers they have been buying. I don't think it's like it can be considered a miss.
Yeah.
They paid 70 for Nunes, then they paid 40 for Gakpo, then they paid another 30 or 40 for Luis Diaz. Right, so these three players,
good buy.
Yeah, so these three players, you feel like they still really can't really feel the void money left.
Yeah.
When all this while the problems would have been solved, you just give Mane the same contract as Salah.
Yes,
that was the thing Liverpool was stubborn about. They refused to give him the contract same as Salah.
Yeah.
But then they don't want to have Mane and Salah on the same wages. Yeah, it's just I don't know what's their
my question is why not they give the same amount of wages as Salah?
Actually,
is it because of the board issue that you gotta choose one, Salah or Mane?
Yeah, but you can't for someone like who is due to play counter-attacking football for 5-6 years in Mane, right? You want to just drop him like that and put in someone totally new.
Yeah,
it's a big risk. Yeah.
And to be really honest, right, I don't really know what happened or what's going on, right? But if they're given the same contract as Salah, right? Let's say, for example, what I think could happen, right, is that they give Mane the same contract, but if they were going to renew Salah's contract, right, then you renew Salah's contract, then give Salah a higher salary. Right?
No, you should put. What I feel that is that you give Mane the same contract, then you make a separate agreement that the whatever money you're going to get now is based on performance. So like performance bonus,
like goals,
which is good. Then you give them more incentive to be like to play well.
I got what I mean. I do agree with that because it's something that I feel
it should be
the way the contract should be done up lah.
Rather than just a fixed pay, irregardless of how you play.
Correct. Yeah. So it's a thing that I think we were talking about this also in offline lah. I think all three of us agree that in a sense, if you're able to integrate a contract with high incentive performance bonuses, right, where the money or the value is progressive to a point where if I get a certain amount of goals, or I get a certain amount of assists, or I get a certain amount of clean sheets, clean sheets, right, I get a certain type of performance bonus, right? So it actually makes them more motivated. Or appearance bonus, for example. If I have to meet a certain number of appearances to make sure that I get this particular, maybe like $500,000, or maybe this $5-6 million bonus for certain things, it will want to make sure that you are motivated so that the manager has incentive to pick you. Versus if let's say I'm paying like, I get a $400,000 a week contract, right? Then the manager, then it becomes right, I'm gonna get picked because they paid me this amount of money, they have to play me.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter whether I play like shit or not.
Like shit or not lah. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. So I don't really know whether it's the situation where the snowball effect from the lack of negotiation with Mane, or even trying to give Mane what he wanted, actually snowball effect into what is the current situation now.
Yeah.
No, it's not a snowball, but I think it's certainly snowball the way he left the club lah.
Yeah lah.
Yeah.
I think that's where it goes. So George, Paul, before we end off, I want to ask this question: ownership or Klopp?
Ownership.
I think it's
ownership, because if you give example, if you give Klopp the spending power like Guardiola, right, I think it'll be quite insane.
That's true.
Ownership for me too.
It's
ownership for me.
Klopp has been quite prudent in his purchase before this season lah. Yeah. But whereas like Pep, the moment he came in, he spent like 200 million on the defense, that kind.
I think they're both to blame, lah. To me, lah. That's why I look at it. So it's something that I think all other Liverpool fans will probably want to have their say in this. So do leave a comment on the video. And I think for this, you've heard all that we've actually had to say about Liverpool. And these are just coming from outsiders. So for those of you who are Liverpool fans, you can just leave a comment on the video, or you can just send a message to Chit to actually basically voice your opinions on what's going on also, lah. We would love to hear what you guys want to have to say, because nobody knows their club better than a supporter of their own club, lah. That's what it is to me, lah. So yeah, that's it for the Liverpool discussion, and basically what is wrong with Liverpool. All right, so that's it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki. Once again, thank you for giving us a try, giving us a listen. For the rest of you who are listening in, also do hear out and listen to our different shows that are happening every week. We've got the Copy Bros coming out every Monday, and of course, our big show, SG Draft Podcast, coming out every Friday. So do give those a listen. And from everyone at the Football Kaki and the Chit Chatter Podcast Network, thank you, and don't forget to run the Kaki.